Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Aspire Sports Show. My name is Kyle. I'm here with my friend Ryan. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit of betting. I know I put in the description Monday Night Football. That's kind of my mistake. It's obviously Sunday Night Football because it's not Monday. So we're just going to be talking a little bit of betting. If you guys have any more fantasy questions for tonight or tomorrow, let us know. Even for next week, we can pull up some of the rankings. I know Tyler might be in here. So I mean, we'll see. So first, I'll just start off by answering some questions, and once I get caught up, we'll get to Ryan. We'll just get him talking about something. We'll just get flying here. So real quick, hold on. Let me adjust my monitor. Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Football Sunday. Smash that like button. Yes, please smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. We'd really appreciate it. I'm down 40. I have Aaron Jones tonight and Tony Pollard tomorrow. Do you like my chances? Yes, I do. Especially if Tony Pollard starts to be implemented more into the offense like he should be. There's literally people out there having a conversation thinking, should he start over Zeke, which I think is ridiculous because I think that's why they're successful because they're a tandem. Don't you agree, Rye?
Yeah.
Uzi, what's good, Uzi? What's good, J4? Happy to see you guys back. Sitting Josh Allen was so depressing. Ooh, yeah, that's I wouldn't have done it personally, but I heard a lot of people that were doing stuff like they were just sick of it, and I get it. Like I benched Kareem Hunt this week, and I hate myself. I seriously hate myself. So it happens to all of us, happens to the best. Who'd you start in his place? Oh, okay, smash the like button again. Yeah, smash that like button, please. I started Madison over Debo at flex in our big money league, full PPR. Will Debo outscore him tonight? I'm winning 150.08 to 143.32. I have Aaron Jones left. He has Miles Sanders.
Uh, I mean, I like the Aaron Jones over Miles Sanders scoring aspect of it.
Yeah.
Debo makes me nervous tonight just because I think he sees a lot of Jair Alexander, in my opinion.
Yeah. Do you think he's gonna have a bigger night than Madison, Debo?
Honestly, I don't have Madison, so I didn't even pay attention to how well he played today.
I haven't even looked either, but that's why we need Tyler. But no, I can actually look real quick. But at the end of the day, I think we both kind of like your odds there. You already have that lead, and everybody should in theory produce. So I mean, I think you should be good. Well, I'll check that in a minute.
I need Waller to get some more
Yeah, go
points in the
ahead.
fun. How is that game going? I have this pulled up. I mean,
It's 28-2. Well, obviously, we already know that it was tied going in overtime. 2 minutes left in overtime.
the Raiders are
Yeah, the Raiders still have the ball. Yeah, I'll go look at exactly where they're at.
I think it's at like the 19 or in the red zone. Um, so Mark, I don't know exactly how they got down there. I saw Peyton. Last thing I just saw Peyton Barber had a good run.
Yeah, jeez, 27 yards. He was injured after though.
Yeah, starting with Holmes is rough. Yeah, I mean
Oh no, he wasn't. Okay,
that's tough.
they're in the
You know,
red zone.
what should I do with Myers? That's a tough one. I'd probably hold off another week unless there's someone in waivers. That's if you have some options, let me know who some of your options are as far as who
I
you
don't
pick up.
see fantasy points for Madison, but he had 112 yards rushing. He didn't have any touchdowns, but he also had 6 receptions for 59 yards. So he clearly had a lot of points. Debo, yeah, he has that type of upside. So there's a potential that they match each other, but if you started Madison, you didn't make a mistake there, in my opinion.
Thoughts on Tyson Williams? That whole offense had to have looked bad today. I thought that was a home run play. I mean, obviously the Ravens still pulled it out, but that only hanging, what do they have, 19 with 2 touchdowns. I think they only scored 2 touchdowns against the Lions. It's pretty rough, but I think better days are ahead for Tyson Williams.
Ooh, I started Mahomes, Colty. Ooh, that stinks. But it is what it is. I mean, the fact that you have Mahomes and Allen, that's kind of disgusting. Um, Probably not by Uzi. What do I do with Myers? Did you answer that one? You didn't answer
I
that, right?
talked about Myers, yeah,
Oh.
but the next question is who would you drop,
Oh
Myers or
yeah,
Cal?
yeah, yeah. That one.
I'd probably drop Myers before I dropped Callaway. I think Tyler would say the same. Callaway was Tyler's boy.
Yeah, well, he just loves Jameis Winston too.
Yeah.
But um,
Um, is Allen Robinson worth trading? I mean, it's worth. I mean, every person should be like on the trade block at all times, depending what offer you can get for him. I wouldn't like sit there and just trade him just to get rid of him because you like don't trust him. I think in the right situation, which this is Justin Fields' first, this is obviously his first start. I think if he can get more comfortable in the offense, I think that should put an uptick for everyone in that offense. So I wouldn't trade him for pennies per se.
gotcha. Colt. Is Allen Robinson worth trading? I mean, if you can get something for him, I'd imagine, right? Um,
That's what I'm just talking about. Yeah.
yeah, but both QBs went against two. Yeah, I mean, true. I mean, there were just a lot of really tough matchups for a lot of. I mean, Brady had a tough matchup today. Mahomes had a divisional game. Like that's always tough. The Chargers aren't a bad team either. So I mean, it's just like it is what it is. It's gonna happen week to week. And same thing with Russ. I mean, he also. I mean, they had a tough week. It's just gonna happen week to week. I didn't expect them to struggle against Minnesota, but it happens. It just happens. But yeah, I'll catch up on these last few ones, and then I'm gonna toss it off to Ryan. He'll talk a little bit about betting tonight. Um, Ayuk is on the wires. Should I pick him up for Myers? Ooh, that he's a
Yeah.
poet. I would. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's worth it. Because if Debo goes down, Ayuk's stock skyrockets.
I like
So
this player. That's what makes it difficult when they're both like
yeah,
healthy.
exactly. Yeah, Ayuk is literally a clone of Debo Samuel.
Yeah.
Sup, fellas? Is Chubb worth a waiver claim?
Chuba.
Oh, okay. I was gonna correct myself because I was like, "Is this a joke?" at first, but no, Chuba Hubbard, yeah. I don't. Ryan, you might.
Dawson. It depends. I don't know. Yes, but if you're talking in the league where you have like one, I would say I don't know if I'd give up one. I'd say yes, and I'd probably give up my one for it. Probably. That's tough though. I don't. He didn't look extremely explosive and good when he came in, but that offense is humming a little bit. And with the hamstring, there's a chance that it's a reoccurring type thing, which you hope not for McCaffrey. But if this were to keep him out, obviously for like 3 weeks now, but if say it flares up again in a couple weeks after that, I mean, you have the starting running back on a team for the rest of the season. So I guess he's worth it. I'd say for the waiver claim.
Yep. Just offense and overall looks horrible. Did you watch the Steelers today by chance? Because I would rather have the promise of the Jets offense than watch the Steelers. I grabbed Denver's defense just because of the matchup, LMO Jets blow.
What did they end up with? Last I looked, they had 21, I think, as a defense, which is obviously an insane week. But yeah, that's gonna have to start being like a streaming play until we see differently. Just whatever teams playing against the Jets offense for fantasy as far as streaming options.
Until they figure something out, which I don't know if they ever will. Is Rojo worth keeping? I mean, I would think so. I don't see a reality where he's not the featured back in that backfield. Like I just don't like Fournette's not consistent enough for them to be like, yeah, let's bench Rojo. I don't know if you agree.
Um, I guess it just depends on who you'd be adding.
It depends on the week too, honestly.
I mean, this they played a good defense today.
Yeah.
Rams defense is solid.
I knew that was going to be a good game regardless. Like as soon as you look at it on paper, Rams versus Bucks, like you just
Yeah.
know that's going to be a good game. So yeah, I don't. I know a lot of people are really critical about Ronald Jones, but in my opinion, like he has such a good upside because he's one of those guys who can just break away so easily and just get like last year. He got like what an 80-yard touchdown or something like that, which there's just not many of those guys in the league. So I think there's a little bit upside with him, but also he's in a high-powered offense, so I don't see why not. But Ryan, go ahead and start doing your betting stuff. I'll pass it off to you.
Yeah. So, do you have the parlay for the people that you want to post on the
Yep.
thing?
Yep. I'll put it up
All
right
right, so
now.
I'll go over it real quick. Just another four-legger that we have for it's going to be it's. I got a plus 850 earlier just to find out that it's at plus 1,000 now. So I put another one in for it, but it's Jimmy Garoppolo to have over 1.5 touchdown passes. Depending on where you look, you can get it for 1.5 or 2 plus. It's the same thing, 2 or more. Um, Devontae Adams, anytime touchdown scorer. He didn't get in the end zone last week because Aaron Jones kept taking the touchdowns away. So he's got to get in this week, and it's in prime time. I have Kittle anytime touchdown scorer to kind of piggyback off the Jimmy Garoppolo passing for 2 touchdowns. I think one of them goes to Kittle. He's been slow this year. I think he's another one of those guys that plays well in prime time. So I have Kittle getting in the end zone. And then the last leg is Marquez Valdez Scantling over his receiving yards. Like this is another one on FanDuel. I think it's 36.5. If you can find the exact prop, but DK started doing this things where it's like by 10. So it's like over 29, over 39. So I have it over 39.5 receiving yards for Valdez Scantling. And like I said, that's plus 1,000, 25 to win 250. Yeah. So as far as this game goes, honestly, I think the sports books are still underappreciating the Packers a little bit. I think they're a good game or a good team. They just started off bad. And I think they're overvaluing the 49ers. So I wouldn't be surprised if I think they have it at +3 for the Packers. But I wouldn't be surprised one bit if the Packers come out and beat this team and beat them by a touchdown. I think that's just kind of the Packer way with Aaron Rodgers just scaring people all to just remind everyone how dominant he actually is. So I could see this being a big Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers game. Let's see.
I feel that.
Hey,
I feel that. What's up?
someone asked a question. Your comment about the Steelers defense.
Um. Oh,
No, you're not.
oh, no, I see it. What's up?
You're not dropping the Steelers defense in fantasy.
No, I wouldn't. I was gonna read Uzi's first thoughts on Robert Woods. Maybe if you answered Cup looks like Stafford, clear favorite target. You didn't answer that, right?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. I mean, I again, I saw a lot of talk going into this week about how Cooper Cup is emerging to be just that clear favorite target by Stafford, and I mean, it's pretty evident. So yeah.
Yeah, but that's still another one of those high-powered offenses. It's
Yeah.
like
It could change
it's
every
like
week.
looking at the Bucks. Like it's like Mike Evans and
Yeah.
Chris Godwin. Like
And
you
then
still love both of them in fantasy. It's just
it's a gamble.
like
It's just a
yeah,
gamble. It really is. Like that week, you just got to plug one and pray.
yeah.
Um, I don't know enough about the game. Why is Steelers defense garbage? Am I dropping them for Bills, Browns, Pats? I wouldn't look. First thing I would say is no, obviously. About just dropping them in general, especially for like the Browns. I wouldn't look at this Browns game and be like, oh, the Browns. I mean, their front line's good and they are a good defense. But like I don't like the Steelers right now are really injured. They have a lot of injuries now. Assuming Stephon Tuitt comes back this season, and assuming they figure out some issues they have in the secondary, and T.J. Watt and Alex Highsmith are healthy, which isn't a big ask because they're not that injured. So assuming those guys come back and they play a majority of snaps and games, this defense should go back to normal theoretically. But as of right now, it's just they're really beat up. I mean, like if you go look at their line today, like I wanted to do a thing. I might do a thing from when they were really killing it last year, probably like week 6 or probably even before that. Do like week 4 or something like that. Take their roster and then do a side by side today. You wouldn't even recognize the names that were playing today. It was really that bad. And their offensive line, same thing. There's one person who returned, which is a completely different subject. But the defense, no. I don't think they're worth dropping. But they could turn around anytime or everything could collapse. But I think that again, like Ryan, I mean, their upside's so high that I wouldn't drop them unless you see something from those 3 defenses that's just like, and they're still sitting there and they're killing it. Then and the Steelers aren't getting better, then I wouldn't blame you at that point. Yeah, exactly. TJ being out really it affects everything because that pass rush when they're able to just rush 4 and be effective rushing 4 and they have so many people out there in coverage that what can you do? That's why Josh Allen was every pass got batted down because there was a guy to make every play and they were rushing with 4 every time. They blitzed 1 time in that game. But now they haven't had that. They've had to blitz multiple times in these last 2 weeks, and it sucks. It really sucks. But hey, every team's dealing with it. The Ravens are still winning with the injuries they've had to deal with. So I mean, there's really no excuse at the end of the day. There is. It's not. There are reasons, but there are also excuses. Did you like Sermon tonight? I think we
I
did,
actually,
right?
I
Volume
do.
wise, right? We just
Yeah, he's gonna get the volume because there's no they. Who do they activated? Some other random guy like running back that's been like a journeyman, maybe Canyon. Um, but yeah, no, I like him tonight. The Packers haven't been good against the run, and obviously he's going to get the volume. I think this game is somewhat competitive, close, so I don't think they stay away from the run. Um, so I think with the balanced game sheet, or whatever, I don't know what word I'm trying to say, but like the balanced offense that they're not going to need pass in all game. I think Sermon gets the volume and plays well.
gotcha. Yeah. No, I think
They
I
said he
just
had a good week of practice too. I don't know if that's just coach talk, but they said he had a
yeah.
good week of practice.
Yeah, I mean, like I think Tyler had mentioned it. He's like is in. No, that was about Elijah.
Mitch.
Yeah, Mitchell. He's a Raheem Mostert clone. Is that the one he said, or was
Yeah.
he talking about Sermon? Yeah. The thing I would say about any San Francisco back is they figure out a way to get those guys yards. So I think if you play them, I mean, you're guaranteed probably like 70 yards today. Maybe I don't know how he is in the receiving game, but maybe a reception or two that might help you out. So
Yeah.
it could be worse. You could be in a worse situation. You could have benched Kareem Hunt. Did y'all see Peppers flop today against Atlanta? No, I didn't. Did you see it, Ryan?
I didn't either, but I mean, he's always doing goofy shit like that.
I didn't see that. I'll have to check that out. If you got a link, Colty, let us know. If Ayuk does bad again, this game should I consider dropping him. Was it him that we?
I'm still not. See, the thing about it is like obviously there's the leash is much different depending on when you drafted someone. And Ayuk was probably a fifth or sixth round pick in your league. I'm guessing maybe even fourth. But because you drafted him so early, I wouldn't be so quick to drop him. I know it sucks so far. It's been brutal. But like we were talking about earlier, with him and Debo being basically the same player, if something were to happen to Debo, which isn't out of the realm of possibilities because Debo is slight injury prone designation, I'd say. I'd hold on to him a bit longer. Not that you're hoping that he gets hurt, but I just think that as the season plays out, he should start getting more snaps. I wouldn't be surprised if it's tonight because, like I said, I think Debo's going to see a lot of Jair Alexander. I'd be more concerned, obviously, if you don't do it tonight because he has a good matchup, but I don't think I would drop him just yet.
Agreed. Yeah. Um. Yeah, that's pretty well put. Thoughts on Fields, Montgomery, Abra, Bears offense? I didn't. I just I didn't really. I saw glimpses of the game. I'm not gonna lie, I was so absorbed by the Steelers game because it was just so horrendous. Like I just couldn't help. It was just like it made me depressed. So I gotta.
I,
I'll go back and rewatch some stuff. But go ahead, Ryan.
um, the thing, I mean, it was Fields' first start. The Browns, that defense just came out and played out of their minds. Like I think what did they have? Was it 7 sacks today? Some ridiculous, some astronomical amount of sacks.
Yeah, it was.
And obviously, when it Fields' first game, they brought the heat at him. So I wouldn't look like this. I wouldn't think that this is the normal. I would say this would be the outlier as far as the offense goes. So I think we should see a much better offense next week. I don't know who the Bears play next week, but this defense, like I said, the Browns defense has not played this well all season.
The Bears had 4 sacks, and the Browns had. Where is it? They had two, 1.5. So they had 6 sacks. Yeah. Is there
6.
seventh? Yeah. Oh no, there is 7. Yeah, Ronnie Harrison. Yeah, so 7 sacks. Yep. Miles Garrett had 4.5 sacks today.
Yeah, that was.
It's gonna
There
be
was the
hard
one
for.
he just sprint it off the end. Like it was just like clear, just got right. I think it was someone was just abusing Jason Peters today. I can't remember if it was Garrett or Clowney, but yeah, they were throwing everything at Jason Peters, and he couldn't. His 39-year-old self couldn't handle it.
It's gonna be hard for people like Max Crosby and Trey Hendricks and T.J. Watt to catch up to him and uh, Chandler Jones if they're gonna be getting crazy. I mean, it only happens every once in a while, but I mean, geez, you have 3 of those games in one season, and you're already miles ahead of everybody else. So, hey,
Yeah.
miles ahead, get in, Miles Garrett. I think Garrett had 4.5 alone. Yeah. No, he actually had
Yeah,
0. You're the wrong guy, Doss. Sorry.
yes,
Uh,
it's bad. I feel like that's
yeah.
been the story of Legion of Boom. Like
Yep.
their offense keeps them in games, and the defense is just giving up a bunch. So Russ has got to put it on his shoulders.
And that's the
Uh,
price you pay to have a high-powered offense, though. I mean, look at the Chiefs too. That's another. I mean, there's multiple. But I mean, the Bucks, but they've also pieced that together in one season, so that's a little different. I mean, a little bit in building too, but I don't know. It's just the price you pay. There's too many teams you see that have the same situation. Um, Raiders beat Miami.
yeah, what are the
Wow.
odds? Zeke put up more than 40 combined in PPR. I mean, it's pretty. I would say it's solid. Dak will probably put up. It depends on. I guess it depends on your scoring. There, you said PPR. I don't know because the Eagles' run defense has been pretty good, but I could see him catching the ball out of the backfield and scoring. But then they're also incorporating Tony Pollard so much. I wouldn't be surprised if Dak has like a solid game fantasy wise, like a 20s. But then like just say he gets 25, then you need 15 from Zeke, and I don't know if Zeke's getting that. So you need that game to be a high
I
scoring
could
game.
easily see 35 by Dak if they're not able to run the ball and they are actually effective throwing the ball because they're going to throw the ball 50 times if they have to.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case, I mean you could see like a 30-point game by Dak
All right,
plus, and then you don't need that much by Zeke. Just pray he gets
it'll
one
be close.
touchdown. Yeah, just
Yeah.
gets one touchdown in the red zone, and so yeah, no, I think that's not a big ask. I think that's something you now you actually have something to look forward to in this game. Most people might not even watch it if they didn't have something like that. I know I
Hey,
thought about it. Oh wait, we got betting. Yeah, make sure you put in your parlay for the people so that
yeah, get farther for the
yeah.
people. I said it once. I can say it again. You had it up on the screen though, right?
Yeah, we can do that. Before that, though, make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. There aren't that many people in here. Anybody that is here, I really appreciate you guys coming in. Just check out some of the stuff we have in the description, website, stuff like that. We do have a membership program if you want to check that out. Feel free to. I'm sure all the same people here have heard it 20 times, so I'm not going to repeat it. But also, if you haven't, BetUS, sign up. Link in the description. It's pretty awesome. Go ahead,
Make sure
Ryan.
you click the link too if you're going to
Yeah,
sign up because that helps us out, helps you out with the deposit bonus match
yeah,
as well.
yep. Use the
Yeah,
link in the
DK bounce
description.
back.
Go ahead.
All right, so I'll go over it again. It is Jimmy G to have over his prop is 1.5, but over 2 touchdowns or 2 or more. Valdez Scantling over 39.5 receiving yards. You could get at 39 or 36.5 is what it was earlier. I just bumped it up to 39 because you get a little bit better juice. Devontae Adams scored a touchdown. He didn't get in last week in that high scoring game because Aaron Jones got it all. So I'm going him to score this week, and it's in prime time. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see the good old Devontae Adams first touchdown score that hit like 7 times last year. But I just have him anytime, not first. And then Kittle get in the end zone as well. He's off to a slow start. It's in prime time. Jimmy G passes 2 touchdowns, like the odds of one of them going to George Kittle. So yeah, that's the parlay for the people tonight. We've been dangerously close the last couple of weeks, like so close it hurts. Like last week we needed, what was it, Goff to have 11 more passing yards. The week before that it was the Chiefs blowing that lead and not covering 2.5. It's been rough, but the karma's there this week. I think I held the door for an extra person at the store. So yeah, you're muted.
What a gentleman. You are such a gent.
I know. I did it for the people.
You were like, sir, I'm going to hold this door open for you. And you whispered in his ear, if the parlay for the people doesn't hit, I'm coming back. I'm going to punch you in the face. That's what you said to him. I
Yeah.
already know. That's so you.
Yeah.
Let's catch up in the chat here. So I'm so glad DK bounced back this week.
You're gonna have that. Yeah. Like Tyler's mentioned it. Like Lockett's target share has just been astronomical. They've been close in target share, but Lockett's been the one catching the deep like touchdown passes. Like I think they had won both these 2 weeks, and then obviously this was a DK week.
And if there's any team that's good with splash, it's Seattle. They are the kings of splash play, other than probably Kansas City and Buffalo. But they Tyler Lockett's just a splash machine. That guy just he's a burner. But yeah, no, it's inevitable that DK is going to eat though too. Like there's going to be weeks too where just one's going to have a more favorable matchup and they're just going to be unstoppable. Like that's just
Yeah.
going to be the case too. Um, D Hop was a bust this week. Again, same thing. And there's a couple other weapons in that offense that can be
Well, the
utilized.
injury
So
does injury
yeah,
didn't
that too.
help.
The ribs, yeah.
Yeah, like someone else said, like Coltsy and
Was
Landy
it
said they
hip?
didn't. What?
Was it hip or ribs?
Ribs, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Uzi said, Cardinals really didn't. That's another offense that just didn't look fantastic today. Yeah, the injury. Oh, you started him over Cup, Landy. That's brutal.
And again, like I think it's something that people need to look at more is you need like Seattle's a great example. When they are like putting up ridiculous numbers, beware the following week if they have like a hard matchup, because like they just that's just that volume can't be put up forever. Like that's just not it's not sustainable. That's what I kept saying last year. Same thing about the exact same team. Seattle, they were putting up ridiculous numbers like up until week 6 and then just slowly died off because like you can only do that for so long. I mean, I'm not a hater. Like I love Russ. I love watching that type of football. It's awesome, but it can only last for so long, especially later in the season. Um, Cardinals overall didn't play. Is that what you read? Then I thought you were
Yeah,
just saying that in general.
just down to the Jamar Chase thing. He's
Yeah,
so high.
yeah,
Honestly, I don't. There's nothing that shows that this is just like a freak thing. Like he's been playing well with Joe Burrow as his quarterback. Like I think he had a rough maybe week 1, but I think he
Shade.
still scored a touchdown, but he didn't have like a ton of like targets and stuff. But Uzi, it depends on like who you have in front of him. Because honestly, I'm completely content with having him on my team all season. I don't see it really going down. Like I don't think he's just on a peak at like peaking right now. I think this should continue all season. So I wouldn't sell high unless you're just completely loaded at wide receivers and you need like a running back or something.
Amen, brother. Um, yeah. So, any other questions? Any other comments, concerns, anything like that? Just throw it in the chat. We'll chit chat here for a couple more minutes, and we're gonna call it. It's almost game time. So feel free. I'm just gonna put this up. Yeah. Also, if you're reading this right now, 30-day free trial for Amazon Prime. That's pretty sweet. You just sign up, use that link. That's all it is. That's all you got to do. And I feel like that's a pretty good deal. Then you get stuff like this too. You Model O, 30% off on a mouse. All right, but that's all I got to show you. Yeah. So let's read some of these, Ryan, and then let's get the frick out of here, man. Not my
Break out.
frickin' house. I don't think
I
he.
think he's gonna make it.
Yeah.
I mean, he was second on the team today in targets. I don't think they had to do that. Like they had to lead the entire game against the Steelers, right? So they're spring. I think Mixon had a good game, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, they didn't need it, but he was still second on the team in targets. Obviously, T Higgins wasn't out there, but I think Chase has scored in every game this year. I know he did week 1. I don't know if he did last week, but he had 2 this week.
He's good.
So I mean, yeah.
I'm not getting rid of Jamar Chase.
No.
I think he's, especially if anything with T. Higgins, if this could be something that's lingering. I mean, I don't know. I mean, having Jamar Chase, he's a touchdown machine. So he's basically almost like a secure play every week. But right here, I don't really know too much about Dalvin Cook. If there's any more updates, anything that's like really serious, just keep an eye on our channel, and we'll definitely be posting an injury update. If anything serious comes out, just Tyler will probably post in a video, so just keep an eye out for that. If not, there's Fantasy Doctor. He's probably already released a video about it, or is going to within the next 2 days. Yeah. Hey guys. All right. So I'm up by 10. I have Vontae Adams, Miles Sanders. She has CeeDee Lamb, Aaron Jones. Who do you think is gonna win? Or do you think I'm gonna win? Yeah.
I'm gonna go him with the 10-point lead. I think Devontae Adams has a good game tonight, but you should know tonight because I feel like the main part of that is going to be.
That's
Aaron
a
Jones.
tough one. That's so tough. I don't know. I think CeeDee Lamb's gonna go off. That's why. But I think Vontae Adams always has a week. So
Yeah, I agree with you, Colts. Yeah, I think those two go off, and I think that's a first touchdown score bet. They didn't get it last time they were in prime time. I think this is the night. One of those deep passes for the first touchdown of the game. The place is going. Actually, is it in Green Bay? I don't know who's home tonight.
I'm not sure, but yeah, I mean, this is also another game for the Packers where like it's an NFC game and they're already not in a great situation, so they kind of have to win this game, like, or it's gonna put them. It could put them in a sticky spot moving forward. Not that it ruins their playoff chances or anything like that, but I mean they haven't been looking too hot. So, it is at, yeah, it's at San Francisco.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
at San Fran, and yeah, I mean, like the Packers, the best thing about them right now is their defense. They're ranked 10th overall, but like their offense is 29th overall.
Really?
That's shocking considering like just the Packer. I mean, you have a reigning MVP, one of the best receivers and running backs in the game. Just wild. It has been a wild 3 weeks to this
Mm.
season. It really has been shocking. It's blown my mind multiple
The Chiefs,
times.
Chiefs 1-2.
Yeah. I mean, the Rams are actually might be better than the Bucks. I mean, well, they are obviously, but like I'm saying, moving forward, it's only week 3, so it's hard to be like, yeah, they're a better team because anything can happen in the next 14 weeks or 15 weeks. Um, okay,
Colts is
so yeah,
go
go ahead.
Birds. Go Birds. No, it's just that's Colts. He's a Birds fan, so I say go Birds.
But yeah, let's wrap it up, boys. Cooper's gonna insane, so I think he'll have a good game for fantasy. We'll see. We're gonna hold you to that, Colty. I took a screenshot. You better make sure that he has a good game, or you're screwed. You're gonna have to become a channel member next stream. That's what's gonna happen. All right, boys and gals, if you're here, thank you for tuning in. It's been awesome. Tyler wasn't here, so it's a little
We'll be
different.
back tomorrow.
We're changing things up. It'll be me and Ryan and Gigs tomorrow, and we might have a guest. There's a chance Ryan will let us
Yeah.
know. But all
You
right, everybody, have a good night. We'll see you later. Bye.